So we just going to check out welcome to another reaction video. Another day. I'm probably gonna post daily on my video on my channel because basically I've been slacking a little bit because of this quarantine thing. But then we're gonna be reacting to top 10 dangerous band. That says top 10 most insane band water slides that you can't go on anymore. You can't even go on it. If you guys are new, you guys smash that like button. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. And well, you have to hit the bell so you never miss a video. And let's just get right into it. In 3, 2, 1.
Number 10. Steamer Slide. Barring how dirty this name can be construed, Calypso Water Park in Ottawa, Canada was slammed with 20 charges in 2015 due to safety issues. 9 were withdrawn during the trial, leaving 11 charges remaining. The Calypso Water Park was found guilty of 6 of these charges. These charges mainly concerned a particularly dangerous slide called the Steamer Slide. Now here's how this slide goes. Riders on...
Oh, that was fast. Basically, it's a toilet spin thing. I don't know what it was called, but basically most of those water slides do not go well. I've seen a bunch of YouTubers react to that, and none of them go well. I seen one that like a bunch of people were on it, and like they didn't want to go down. But I may play that, but I may need to find that video. I may have to find out.
The steamer plummeted down the sled on tubes, and those tubes slipped fairly frequently, leaving several people injured. One person broke a vertebra in 2 places on the ride. Another broke their collarbone. When these injuries happened, the water park failed to report the incidents or shut down the slide. Oh boy, what's this? You got a broken collarbone? I can't feel my face! Eh, walk it off, kid. He's a lollipop. And what about you? I broke both of my legs! Eh, walk it off. Number 9.
You can see the way that they went. Like, they went like on the side. They went on the side and they tried to fix it up. And they went, and then that was the end of the water slide. Now to the next water slide.
9. Aquasphere. Now this one sounds less dirty and more like a Pokemon move. The Aquasphere is part of the Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Center. This slide, which features long, winding paths, has been plagued with all kinds of problems since its conception. These problems usually result in people suffering some pretty intense injuries. One boy was seen thrown out the side of the bottom completely limp after falling off the raft and being bounced around inside the slide. The impacts left him unconscious. After this incident, the slide was closed.
That boy looks like he's having a good time.
For investigations into what caused the problem. However, this is hardly the first time the slide has been shut down after an injury. In its past, the slide has severely injured 2 young boys in one incident, and had its pipe burst in another, as well as injured 2 adults who hit their heads on the ceiling of the slide. Even when the ride was first tested...
Alright, that stuffed animal looked absolutely creepy. And when I'm talking about creepy, I'm talking about that creepy. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. Instagram, right here. Twitter, right here. Yep.
Number 8. Shoot the Rapids. Shoot the Rapids is a water slide in Cedar Point. Riders get to go down a massive slide while on a raft, with up to 10 people fitting on one raft. The ride was the site of one of the worst injuries and incidents in water slide history.
Okay, what will happen when they go down? One, if the chain broke and they fall badly, or they just land safely and just enjoy.
She's not at work.
Today. One of the rafts was being pulled to the top of the hill when the ride malfunctioned. The raft was sent hurtling back down the hill before flipping upside down. That meant that 10 people, count them, 10 were stuck in their seats, trapped in the water with no way out. One woman...
Okay, they landed safely, but a roller coaster with water? Never seen that before. Continue.
Brave people who answered the call, the people on the raft probably would have drowned. Number 7. Black Hole. One of the most infamous water slides in the world is the Black Hole.
Another landing with water. Plus the water is green. Probably not unsafe to be put in your mouth. Like, I would doubt anybody will open your mouth and they're doing that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Slide at the Wet n Wild water park in Orlando. Don't know why I went southern there, but hey, whatevs. It has been the target of several lawsuits, all filed by people who have been seriously injured while riding this death trap. In 2000, a man was awarded
Glow in the dark water slide? I'm starting to like this already.
$1.73 million after filing a lawsuit pertaining to severe injuries he suffered in the black hole. He was struck by an unknown object while traveling down the slide. When he was ejected out from
Okay. Inside of the water slide, really nice. I see a bunch of like pictures on it. So,
the bottom of the slide, he couldn't move his legs. He later needed metal plates implanted into his neck. There have been countless other lawsuits against Wet n Wild after injuries sustained in the black hole. One girl suffered
is pretty fast. Probably unsafe to be in a kid in it. But kids can be in there anyways, so I can't change that.
Number 6. Insano water slide. For our next water slide, we go to Brazil's Beach Park. It's home to one of the tallest water slides in the world. We are, of course, talking
A white water slide with no opening,
talking about the Insano water slide. This thing is a whopping 41 meters in height. That's the same as a 14-story building.
Alright, when he falls, when you do that or something like that, it's a GG.
So it was bound to have terrible injuries associated with it. Riders experience speeds of over 65 miles per hour on their riveting way down to the bottom. They say it is so steep that your body barely touches the actual slide. You're in midair for most of the ride. Because of this, it's incredibly important to cross your ankles and cross your arms around your chest if you want to ride this thing. For all the hype, the slide is over in about 4 or 5 seconds. Staff often laugh at people who come out of the bottom of this ride.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people watching.
Number 5. Sahara Sidewinder. The pool.
Guys, that is it for the video. Part 2 is coming probably tomorrow or something. I don't know. It depends. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys smash a like, subscribe to see more, and press that bell. So follow my social media, sir. I'll see you guys next time.